Hello to all of you fine home video collectors out there. My name is Blu-Ray Nate and I am back today with another new release review. Today I have two brand new titles that are appearing for the first time on Blu-ray courtesy of the Disney Movie Club, Something Wicked This Way Comes and The Watcher in the Woods. Now these are two titles that I've been watching since I was a kid and they've scared me my whole life pretty much. I've owned them on DVD for quite some time now, so I'm really excited to see if these are worthwhile upgrades from the Disney DVD counterparts. First, let's get into the tech specs. The Watcher in the Woods is presented from Disney in its theatrical 1:85:1 aspect ratio in 1080p HD. It includes an English Dolby Digital 2.0 stereo soundtrack with English subtitles on a BD25 disc. The file takes up approximately 15.9 gigabytes, and the disc is region-free. Something Wicked This Way Comes is presented courtesy of Disney in a 1:85:1 aspect ratio, cropped ever so slightly from its theatrical 1:75:1 aspect ratio. It's presented in 1080p, with English DTS 5.1 channel master audio track, English subtitles, on a BD25 disc, where the movie takes up approximately 24.1 gigabytes, and the disc is also region-free. The Disney Movie Club does not have a reputation for loading these releases up with special features, which is why I was pleasantly surprised when not only does Watcher in the Woods retain the special feature from the DVD, but Disney Movie Club actually added a brand new never-before-seen feature. We have from the DVD both of the alternate endings, one clocking in at 13 minutes and 37 seconds, and the second clocking in at 6 minutes and 31 seconds. And in addition to these, we also have a new, never-before-released alternate opening title sequence, which clocks in at 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Unfortunately, Something Wicked This Way Comes does not include any bonus features, but it's not any major loss because the DVD didn't have any either. Next, I'm going to show some screenshots from both films and give my thoughts on the Blu-ray presentations. The Watcher in the Woods has always looked a little bit soft and dreamlike, and that presentation continues on Blu-ray. The best parts of the film are the close-ups, of which there are many. Textures and details in faces and clothing are phenomenal here and much better than the DVD. Contrast when there's flames and dark look good, the separation is nice. Black levels are solid. There's some print wear throughout. Not much you can do about that, but it's clear that Disney has not applied excessive wear or noise reduction here, which is always welcome. My favorite part about Something Wicked This Way Comes is how much it captures that fall feeling. Very few Halloween movies actually feel like they convincingly take place in autumn, which can be frustrating. And I'm pleased to say that this film looks immaculate in Blu-ray. This presentation is astoundingly good, and it kind of caught me completely off guard. It's exceeded every expectation I've had. The picture is still a little bit soft, but tons of detail shines through. Care has clearly been taken to maintain the proper grain structure. No excessive noise reduction looks like it's been done. I can't quite tell if they've done any noise reduction or not, but it wouldn't surprise me if they've touched it up a little bit. Very minimal print wear on this film. The color temperature is faithful and accurate, and I'm pleased to say that this Blu-ray release blows the Disney DVD right out of the water. Overall, I'd say that both of these titles are worthwhile upgrades over their DVD counterparts. It's really a no-brainer if you're interested in either of these titles and don't own them on any format yet. And I'd say if they're movies that you like and watch every Halloween, it's worth looking at upgrading the DVDs if you already have them. I'd like to give my thoughts on the films themselves for those of you who haven't seen them and are watching, maybe interested in picking them up. I'm not sure that watching them for the first time as an adult will really be a creepy or scary experience. They're certainly both very atmospheric, but they are still pretty tame in comparison. I will say that I would highly recommend them if you're looking for something to watch as a family and maybe introduce your kids to, horror movies slowly. There's something I could watch with something like Gremlins as kind of a starter horror film, to get something as your kids age up that can introduce them to more mature horror concepts. The films themselves are pretty scary and graphic for kids' horror films. They certainly don't make them like they used to. That adage is true. and I'd highly recommend checking them out for anyone interested in watching them, especially together as a family. And there's plenty for the adults. I mean, first of all, seeing, young Kyle Richards and Jonathan Pryce and Betty Davis and Jason Robards, always a treat. The children characters are not annoying. They're believable and engaging, and they're both just really fun classic films. They're not going to scare your pants off. They might give your little kids nightmares, but they're really fun films that I try and watch every Halloween season. They're worth checking out, and they are on Disney+. So if you want to give them a watch before buying them, that's a good idea. If you're interested in purchasing these titles or any of the many exclusives that the Disney Movie Club has to offer, I highly recommend that you consider joining the club rather than paying the super inflated prices that you'll find on eBay, Mercari, or any of these secondhand websites. It's especially helpful if you need a bunch of Disney movies. If you're just starting out, if you're upgrading things to 4K, they're adding a lot of Fox titles. In that situation, you'll get a bunch of movies for way cheaper than you'll find at retail. Things are changing now, but it used to be that Disney titles almost never went on sale, and still they can be quite expensive, especially for new releases. So this is a good way to pick up a bunch of titles for really cheap. I'm not affiliated with the movie club in any way. I'm not sponsored and trying to shill for them. It's just something that I didn't even understand how it worked until recently, so I want to share that with you guys as well. I'm going to drop my referral link in the video description if any of you are interested in signing up. Before I wrap up this video, I wanted to say a huge heartfelt thank you to each one of you that watched my first video as well as this one. When I posted that video, I had no expectations whatsoever in terms of engagement or viewership or anything, and you guys really blew me away. I was so pleased to see how many of you were commenting and giving me feedback. It means the world to me to hear from you guys, and I really appreciate you being here with me going forward. I hope to see you all next time, and take care until then.